曇りを必要としない心の閉じ込められた寒い風が吹かない住みかもう一度あなたの名前が教えていたいな。
What is up, J-pop fans? This video is gonna be about a Japanese duo that also happens to start with Yo, and it's YOASOBI. This video isn't gonna be specifically about YOASOBI, it's gonna be a mix of AYASE and YOASOBI the duo, and so I'm gonna be incorporating some elements from these songs over here and these albums. And I'm gonna be doing this in FL Studio since there's one instrument in FL that's pretty much needed for this style, and it's the iconic piano sound. When I first listened to YOASOBI a few years back, the piano was definitely the most iconic part of all their music. It's almost in all the tracks. So I was wondering what sample library or instrument plugin that was, but turns out it may have just been FL keys the whole time. I'm not sure if it's the exact sound, but it does sound similar, so I'm just gonna put it at that. So this preset of FL keys is just the grand piano one, and I turned the release down to almost 0 and just a bit of decay, and then the velocity is gonna be at max, and the way you write the melodies will be in octaves, so just like this. For effects, I put just a bunch of OTT. It just gives it the sound. After FL keys, I added some chords. This chord progression is a common one that you could find in underground J-pop stuff, especially in AYASE stuff. You might even have used it on your own music as well. So that sound is just key zone but with a bit of bit crush. After that is a bunch of electric piano chords. This piano sound is the electric piano from Spitfire Labs. I copied over the MIDI to some strings. AYASE really loves putting strings on YOASOBI songs, so you can put that in as well. After that, I added this synth sort of patch. I added that to give the track some more rhythm, and then we move on to the bass. So the way that AYASE makes his bass is that he has the root note, and then he bounces it to the upper octave, and then goes back again every 8th note. For me, the bass didn't sound like it was powerful enough this way, so instead I just took the octave and instead of the offbeat 8th note being another octave, I just lowered the velocity of this one, and I added some slap bass on top, which is in the upper octave, so they blend together like this. So this way I can have the frequency of the bass be constant and have the bouncing sound still in there without affecting the dynamics. I added a bunch of synth fills and then some drums. For the drums, I went with something for on the floor and then some claps and some offbeat hi-hats. I added some impact samples just to have impact. To add some detail to the sides, I added this. On the right side is some guitar I recorded. And then an electric piano. So this is now what the chorus sounds like. Over in this part I added some chord changes so you can hear that here. Over in this part the chords also change again. And then over here on the turnaround is where he adds the synth lead So this is what it sounds like. This preset is from Snail's House, which is also another producer. So that lead, along with the other elements, sounds like this. So now that the chorus is done, we can now do the intro. So I was inspired by this song, which made me just have the electric piano and the square synth, along with the vocals with some background noise.
心の閉じ込められた寒い風が吹かない隅かもう一度あなたの名前が教えていたいな待て僕は同じな人ままなんかが足りませんでした知らないけど
I'm not singing on this track, but if I was, I would set the region speed to 100 since AYASE really loves doing 100% auto-tune on these kinds of intros. So after the intro, I showed a part of the chorus with the synth lead. Then it transitions to the verse. So for the verse, I just made some alterations to the piano on the chorus. I added a shakuhachi sound effect. Next is I kept the same kick, and then a new clap, and then some hi-hats. Then I added this sound effect. So that's the A button sound effect from Pokemon, cause, you know. And then for a few bars, the guitar and the E piano comes in. In the second half of the verse, the instruments from the chorus start coming in. And then a new melody for the lead piano. And then after that, I fleshed out these two and added some more hi-hat loops. Some white noise just to hype it up. So with the sounds before the chorus, I just added a hi-hat count and a clap with some effects. And so this transitions into the chorus. So now that we're done with the instrumental, we're gonna open up Vocaloid and we're gonna write some vocals with Hatsune Miku, since AYASE uses that voice bank sometimes. And then just add a bunch of post-processing later, mixing, and then the song is done. So over here on Vocaloid, I just wrote the lead line, some harmonies, some other stuff, and the verse over here, and some of its harmonies as well. So for the lyrics, I ain't no lyricist. I wouldn't know what to write about. So I just picked something that was kind of dark, not too dark, unlike that one song. Just made it sound cool, I guess, and just wrote it here on Vocaloid. So that's pretty much the end of the track. I didn't bother finishing it to the end. I didn't add a verse 2 or another chorus or bridge because I couldn't really release this as my own thing since it was too specific. It didn't really sound like the stuff I was making. But if you really want this track to be finished, just let me know in the comments below and I'll probably try to finish it if I get any cool ideas for the song. And after post-production and mixing, this is what it sounds like.
心の閉じ込められた寒い風が吹かない隅かもう一度あなたの名前が教えていたいな待て僕は同じな人ままなんかが足りませんでした知らないけど指示を大切にしたいなしばらくの間だけとはいえ僕の部屋に見つめてる たがこれを悲しいと呼ぶの熟語するなんて大丈夫か。なのに僕は全てを援助させたら、冷たい心はあなたのぬくもりを必要としない。心の閉じ込められた寒い風が吹かない隅か、もう一度あなたの名前が教えていたいな。待て、僕は同じな人ままなんかが足りませんでした。知らないけどあなたの顔が綺麗な、でも狂気と悲しみの今回も一度こんな気持ちで見せてお願いよ。ダメ、この恋は